everybody. Um, Let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me well. I never do any of these videos with these little headphone things on, so I definitely want to know if the audio is good. Um, okay, so this is what I wanted to talk to you, wonderful, wonderful people, about. I've been talking to my kids a lot about love lately, and the romanticizing of love on TV and in books and stuff like that. You know how we're raised. And I noticed that a lot of people don't apply love to themselves necessarily. Um, I grew up Catholic. I see I'm breaking up. Sorry. I grew up Catholic. I am a follower of Christ. Um, I don't necessarily take the Bible's words verbatim as fact, but there are a lot of inspiring things in the Bible that I use, um, kind of like a general guidance or whatnot. And one of those things that I love, love, love in the Bible is the definition of love. So this is what it says in Corinthians. It says, love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, it does not boast, love is not easily angered, it always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres, and love never fails. Now, um, first of all, those are really hard things to do, whether you're applying it to yourself or you're applying it to someone else. But it's impossible to apply this standard of love to somebody else if you don't know how to apply it to yourself. So, the first thing that I want to talk about is patience. It says love is patient. How patient are you with yourself? A lot of times people say that we're our biggest critics, and I definitely agree. I think that's very much true. Now, for me, patience means waiting without complaining. I have 7 daughters, and I constantly have to tell myself not to complain. It's so, 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 so difficult. But, I'm training myself. And through training myself, I've had to do a lot of work, inner work, so that I can pass on a good example to my daughters. So, where the average person might not really reflect on, really deep things or anything about themselves until later on in life, I've actually had to do a lot of self work early on in life because I don't want to set a bad example for my daughters. So, when we're talking about being patient with ourselves and waiting without complaining, um, I think that one of the key things is to be completely present. So let's say, okay, just remember when you were a kid and you wanted to be a teenager, or when you were a teenager and you wanted to be an adult, and you just really couldn't wait. You would just sit there and think about all the things that you're going to do when you're an adult. Um, you're going to have a credit card, and you're going to be able to stay out late all night, and you're going to drive fast cars and party and drink and this, that, and the third. That's what you told yourself you were going to do when you were an adult. Now that you're an adult and you have bills and you can party all night, but you really just want to take a nap, and you can eat whatever you want, but you're watching your weight, or you're watching your health, or you're not actually eating what you want. Now you wish you were a teenager again, or you were a kid again, because you didn't realize the freedom you had when you were that young, because you weren't being present. And that's where the impatience comes in. If right now you just pause for a moment and be fully present in the moment, you don't have time to rush your own reality if you're being present, if you're being conscious of the moment. if you are being observant of your life at the moment, you don't have time to rush your life. Um, this morning, I had a few things that I had to go do, and I was running around looking for a shoe. I didn't know where my shoe was, and this is something that happens to me very, very often in a house full of children. Now, I know, about being patient with myself and everything like that. So I had to just sit there for a moment and I'm like, okay, woosah. I can't find my shoe. It's okay that I can't find my shoe. I had to like really give myself a moment of self love. Otherwise, I was just going to snap. And in that moment of just observing how I was feeling, how I was thinking, um, and just really sitting there with my thoughts, I realized that I really wasn't in a rush. Like, I created this rush for myself. And right before I walked out the door, somebody called my phone and was like, "Oh, I'm so happy that I caught you before you left because you forgot something at my house," and, whatever else happened throughout the day. And that's another point that I want to make. A lot of times when we're rushing, um, when we're not being patient with ourselves, we are actually closing off all the different avenues that the universe likes to take to bless us. Um, a lot of times we stop ourselves from being able to absorb the beauty of everything around us when we're rushing to the next point without fully having lived this point that we're in right now. Um, you're perfect exactly where you are in life. Um, every single choice that we make creates, this is my opinion now, this is not fact, but in my personal opinion, every choice that you make creates an alternate avenue or an alternate universe that suits that particular choice that you made. And so every choice that you make is a vibrational match to where you are. So there's actually no mistake ever made. Um, because you can't go back and change what you did. And if you did, that life that you're creating for yourself with that choice would have also been a vibrational match to where you are. So being patient with yourself actually, um, it comes with understanding that you are making conscious decisions, conscious choices for your life, and every choice that you make is perfect for the person that you are. And that rushing serves no purpose at all. Um, but that's also your choice. You have the choice to either um, fully experience this time here where you are, or you can just breeze through it, never having fully experienced it. And then what is it worth, really? Um, and then looking back on the example I gave earlier about when we're young kids and we're wishing to be older, and then we can look back and see how much we could have appreciated. You should have the same regard right now. Whereas, imagine yourself in the future looking back on this moment right now. How disappointed you're going to be that you didn't, that you weren't present and that you didn't really fully love this moment that you're in. It is going to be disappointing, because there are so many lessons to be learned in being present, in accepting where you are in life right now. Um, Not only that, but being patient gives you time to be grateful. It's in gratitude that we create, that we manifest the life that we want for ourselves. Patience gives us that opportunity. When you're rushing, you cannot fully manifest the life that you want if you're rushing. Because not only is manifesting a skill, it's an art. One of the biggest parts of manifesting is gratitude. You have to be present to give gratitude. You have to be able to observe the life around you to know what to be grateful for, and to really just connect to that inner space within you that is fully grateful for the life that you already have and for the life that you're going to have. Patience gives us that opportunity. If you see that, you know, you want to lose weight, that's what you're trying to manifest, or you want a man, or you want a nicer car. And oh my gosh, I thought I was going to get my check next week. And now they're telling me that my check is not going to come for another 2 weeks. I can't believe this. I was supposed to get a car with that. Yeah, it's pointless, because if you're trying to manifest a new car or weight loss, and you are upset that it has not yet come, you're telling the universe, give you more reasons to be upset that the thing has not yet come. It's counterproductive. Rushing is counterproductive. Everybody watching this video right now has the power to create the world that they want, the universe that they want, the reality that they want. And to be a conscious creator, there are steps that you need to take to make that happen for yourself. And gratitude is a very, very big step. Gratitude comes when you're patient. You have to be patient, not only with the thing that you want, but with yourself. Okay, you're the person wielding the power. So if you're the person wielding the power and you're not patient with yourself, you're never going to be able to create the reality that you're looking for. Um, does anybody have any questions? Okay, so I'm probably going to create like a little worksheet or something like that with all these steps that I'm going to be going over, because tomorrow we are going to be talking about being kind to yourself. And I would love to hear all the ways that you guys struggle with patience with yourselves, whether it's in the work setting, the school setting, your eating, anything, your children. I would love to hear about it. Love to hear your testimonies if you've overcome something that deals with patience as well. Tomorrow, I would love to talk about being kind to yourself and what the implications of that are, and get your feedback as well. I love all of you guys. I don't know if you can hear mommy in the background. That's one of the many princesses. So I definitely got to go. But I love you guys. This is Faye the Cosmic Love. Be blessed, okay?